4 years into the war, as missiles and drones continue to strike Ukrainian cities, NATO allies have opened their wallets once again. At the 33rd Ukraine Defense Contact Group meeting in Brussels, more than 50 nations pledged nearly $38 billion in military aid for 2026, one of the largest single-session commitments since the Ramstein format began.
Commitments here today must put maximum pressure on Putin. For the UK, we're spending the highest level of support ever on Ukraine. Today, I'm announcing a new £500 million package of urgent air defence support, President Zelensky's top priority. £150 million for Pearl, for air defence interceptors, £400 million for 1,000 lightweight multi-role missiles, and an extra 1,200 air defence missiles with partners from the Air Defence Consortium. The military support promised here today at the UDCG has a direct impact on the front line, a direct impact on the number of Ukrainian lives lost. But we need to dig deeper into our stockpiles and into our pockets. Nothing is off limits for Putin. He's killing Ukrainian children in their beds. He's destroying hospital wards. He's plunging entire cities into darkness and cold. Friends, in 2025, this UDCG collectively raised $45 billion of military aid for Ukraine. In 2026, we must do better. We must do more. We must push harder. We must raise our ambitions.
Around $35 billion of the total pledge has already been confirmed. The package prioritizes air defense systems, drones, artillery ammunition, and long-range strike capabilities. It includes 35 Pyeek-3 Patriot interceptors, expanded procurement under the PRL initiative, and billions directed toward drone warfare. 17 nations are now contributing to that US-linked procurement mechanism.
Ukraine is going through the hardest winter since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion. And we are calling upon all UDCG partners and other countries to help strengthen Ukraine's air defense. 2026, Ukraine has clearly specified the scope of support required. The Ukrainian priorities are air defense, drones, and long-range artillery ammunition.
Germany alone has earmarked $11.5 billion for 2026 and has offered additional Patriot missiles, conditional on burden sharing by other allies. The message from Brussels was clear: dig deeper into stockpiles and pockets.
We see that Russia can't defeat us on the ground. We see that Russia is fighting with our civil people. Russia is fighting with our civil infrastructure, with heating stations, with electricity stations. And today Russia attacked our country. They launched at least 24 ballistic missiles. And thank you for support with PAC-3. It was very important for us. And we are continuing to fight with Russia. And you're right, our strategy is working. We eliminated 35,000 Russians in December, 30,000 Russians in January. And we have our vision for this year, and we will present this vision today at the UCDG. And I think we will get a good support from our partners today. And thank you for your support, and see you later.
Yet, the math remains stark. Kyiv estimates it needs more than $60 billion this year alone. Even this historic pledge leaves a significant funding gap. Separately, the European Union has approved a $90 billion loan backed by frozen Russian assets, with $60 billion earmarked for defense.
Even if the fighting stops tomorrow, Ukraine will need our assistance in building a strong, modern and well-equipped armed forces.
The Ramstein format remains the backbone of military coordination for Ukraine. But as the war drags into its fifth year, the question grows sharper. If $60 billion is required and $38 billion is pledged, how long can allies sustain this pace? Billions committed, missiles promised, burden sharing demanded. The war continues, and so does the spending.